That's my boy, Wilder.
I have too many Pokemon decks. I think it's time I pare them down. Currently, I have 27 Pokemon trading card decks that are legal for the current standard format, tournaments, at leagues. But I made all these because I saw them online, on tournaments, in videos. The attempt of expanding my horizons as a player, learning how each deck plays, playing with my friends. Unfortunately, I have made so many decks that I can't even focus my gameplay in one way and get good at this card game. So what I'm going to do over the next couple weeks is play with one deck during a week or two, and I'll test it, and see if it does pretty well online on the TCG Live app and in person. And then on Sunday at my league that I normally go to, I'll see if I can take on and win all the games. If I do, then the deck can stay. If I don't, I will break it down and put all the resources in the deck into my stock to be used for future decks, because there are more decks to be made. The first deck I'm going to be working with is one called Mega Dragagle. Now, this one is one of the newer decks, so I hate to be cutthroat with it, but it is one that I want to make work, and it's in a state of flux right now. Now, there is going to be a small tournament at the end of this week on Sunday, so I'm going to see how I do in that tournament with this Mega Dragagle deck, and if it does well, then it'll be allowed to stay. It's the off season, so I can afford to do this. Now, the main star of this deck is going to be the 3 Skrelp and 2 Mega Dragagle, as well as 2 Snorunt and 1 Mega Frostlass, kind of as a sweeper. We also have 3 Dunsparce. They're the 60 HP variety because that is what I have. And 2 Dunsparce to facilitate the drawing. A Fan Rotom to find them. 2 Monkey Dory to move damage over. And the support Pokemon are Pheasantipity and Badoo. For the supporters, we have 4 Lily's Determination, 3 Boss's Orders, 2 Crispin to help accelerate energy to Mega Dragagle, 2 Roxy's Performance to lock in the poison attack, 2 Wally's Compassion to heal that, and 1 Hilda. For the items, we've got 4 Pokepads, 4 Buddy Poffins, 3 Ultra Balls, 2 Night Stretchers, 1 special red card, and 1 enhanced hammer. For the stadiums and tools, I've got 2 Perilous Jungle, 1 Gravity Mountain, 1 Air Balloon, and my ace spec, the Deluxe Bomb. Now, I haven't been able to use this successfully yet, and I may replace it with the Legacy Energy because that might be a better move, but this is a fun, threatening activity. Finally, for the energy, I've got 4 Dark and 4 Water. Now, the main point of the deck is to use Mega Dragagle's Pernicious Poison attack to poison them for 16 damage counters and then lock them in there so that the next turn they can't retreat without a specific item to get them out of the retreat lock. But sometimes that's not how it works. That's what we have Mega Frostlass for. For every card they have in their hand, knock 50 damage times the number of cards in their hand. So it's kind of like a sweeper or a good starter. So that's the first 60 card deck I'm rolling with to my locals and on TCG Live. I'll be playing with it all week, and then I will show you my results throughout the week. Alright, Mega Dragagle, Mega Frostlass deck update. It is Friday, so it's time for me to evaluate the deck, see what's working, see what isn't. I went to 2 leagues so far this week, Orb and Epic, and I got wiped. I lost to a Ceruledge deck, both places, once in one game, and then in a 3-game set to another guy. The only time my Mega Dragagle deck worked was when my opponent bricked. So I'm going to make some changes. So I'm going to remove Badoo. Sorry, buddy. Have to take care of that. He doesn't seem to serve a purpose if I'm wanting to go first. We're going to remove 1 Roxy's Performance. I have only played that once, and it was the first time I played it. I'm going to remove 1 Water Energy, and you'll see why, and my A-Spec Deluxe Bomb. I'm going to replace the A-Spec with Legacy Energy. This allows you to take your opponent take 1 less prize, so that'll be important in the deck. I'm going to add an Air Balloon so I can get any Pokemon I need out of active. And then I'm going to add some more beef here. Another Mega Frostlass with the Legacy Energy and being able to find it better. It should help me attack faster, because that's the one thing about this deck. I need to attack fast. Has to be fast, has to be unsuspected. And finally, I'm going to add a Meowth EX because I just got another one and I need it to find supporters. Wally's Compassion, Roxy's Performance, Lily's, Boss, whatever I need, I can go grab it. So those are the 4 additions to the deck. I'm going to go to another league and we'll see how it does. Alright guys, final battles for Mega Dragagle and Mega Frostlass. I went to a mid-year celebration tournament at my local card shop, Packsmith. Great shop, good tournament turnout, free tournament, so you could just make up whatever deck you can, and then you didn't have to turn in a list or anything. You just came and played for free. I came in with hopes, maybe I would get the right cards down and get it going. I needed to get Mega Frostlass up to swing hard, or for the long haul, Mega Dragagle needed to poison, and I needed to just lay damage counters on. And that was my strategy. I took prizes from multiple different players, but the first game I played against was a Hydrapple Ogerpon deck, powered by Meganium. In that deck, the Ogerpon sends energy onto itself, and then you can also use Hydrapple to send energy onto itself. Meganium's use is to double that energy, and with Ogerpon's attack, Teal Mask Ogerpon, it does more damage the more energy's on there. So Meganium doubles everything, just wipes the table. I was doing all right, and then he finally got Meganium going, and I could not stop it. He took out both my big prize Pokemon. Dragagle and Mega Frostlass went down. I had no Legacy Energy out, so I couldn't stop that from happening. Just not enough hits at the right time. The second game, I took on Mega Lopunny and Mega Frostlass. The point of that deck is to get Mega Lopunny. It's in the active, it hits harder, and then when I have a big hand, he hits with Mega Frostlass. Now, it was a closer game because his hand was kind of bricking. He couldn't get the right things into his hand. He couldn't get the draw going. I got close, but in the end, I didn't get enough damage on there. And he brought up my Mega Dragagle, which he had already hit pretty hard, knocked it out, got his win. He would eventually win the tournament with the help of me, just a little bit. I took on 3 out of the 4 top 4 players. That was tough. My final match was against Crustle. And Crustle, the point of that deck is its Pokemon doesn't take damage from attacks from EX Pokemon. Now my Pokemon that I use are all EX. I use Mega Dragagle, I use Mega Frostlass EX. They both can't hit into Crustle. But I knew what I could do. I could bring out my Fan Rotom, which only does 70 damage with the Stadium in play, and my Monkey Dory with the Legacy Energy. Legacy Energy luckily helps with the energy attachment because it acts as 1 energy for any type. So I could still hit him, but I wouldn't be able to knock him out completely if he had the right pieces, because his deck plays a ton of special energy that stops effects of attacks, adds hit points so that it's even harder to take it down. So honestly, my goal was, you have 30 minutes to play the game. Let's get all the way through 30 minutes and stall just absolutely stall. He took two prizes off of me, but by that time, the time was up. And because I couldn't take 6 prizes and he couldn't take 6 prizes, the game ended in a tie. And because it ended in a tie, that Mega Lopunny Mega Frostlass winner, or Mega Frostlass player, moved up to the top, won the tournament. He got a cool mat with Pokemon ZA starters on it, and then a bunch of prize packs, which is what we get for going to the league every time. So I was happy to help my friend win, but my deck didn't do what I needed it to do. It's really great on live, on the CG Live app. I get wins on there, but in real life, it just does not get wins. And for that reason, Mega Dragagle, you are being broken down into pieces. Absolute pieces.
What you say? That you only meant well, 'cause you did. What you say?
I'd like to thank Mega Dragagle and Mega Frostlass for being a fun deck to play. Not great for wins, but the best thing is when people look at the card and say, what does that do? Or they have a huge hand, they're like, oh no, I need to get every card out of my hand because of Mega Frostlass as the first attack, the only attack I wanted to use. It was fun, but I need some things out of it. I need that, I need this, I need this, I need to break it down. So, thank you for watching this one. I will be back in a few weeks with another one because we're taking a break because it's my anniversary this week. And then the next week will be a bunch of pre-releases. I may make a video for that. We'll find out. I don't know. We'll see. But I need to take apart this deck and find a new deck on the next episode.